Hello again, I'm Blunty, and last night, a few hours before I turned the concept of sober into a vague theoretical abstraction and was served some very nice 15-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey which I cannot, frustratingly, remember the name of so I can never order it again, I attended a WiiU Media and Community Experience Night event thingy at one of the WiiU Experience pop-up location store thingies that have temporarily materialized around Australia. And if you want to check out one of these things for yourself, there is a link in the description to Nintendo site which will tell you where they are and when. Now, 3 weeks ago I published a quite detailed first impressions hands-on review of the Wii U, and that focused mainly on the hardware. But last night I got some more hands-on playtime with game code that was either final or damn near final code. So today I'd like to reflect more on the software side of things. The selection of games included several more Nintendo Land titles which were now playable, and the more grown-up games like Assassin's Creed 3 and Darksiders 2. And very much like my experience with the Wii U at the EB Expo, last night's Wii U experience further solidified for me the Wii U as a thing that I really very much want hooked into my TV. First off, let's hit up new Super Mario Bros. U. I'll keep this short. It's friggin' terrific fun. Duh. Especially with a full co-op roster and some decent teamwork. This isn't a particularly bold claim, I know, but I predict it'll be the best-selling of the launch game titles by a very wide margin. I mean, who doesn't adore the ever-loving Goomba-murdering Mario team? Come on. So off for another visit to Nintendo Land now, which is a pack-in title if you get the shiny black premium, or depending on where you live, the deluxe kit. This time around I got much more multiplayer action under my belt, and as a man who admittedly doesn't have a strong leaning for most minigame party game pack thingies, I was having a surprising amount of fun. The level of polish here is superb. In particular, I found much joy in the Metroid Blast game, which aside from just looking all kinds of slick, was a pretty fun 4v1 free-for-all, 4 players scampering around on the ground, trying to shoot a 5th player in a little spaceship right out of the skies before he blows them 7 ways from sunrise. It's a very, very simple concept, but actually pretty Moorish. Then there's Mario Chase, which was my very favourite of the multiplayer Nintendo Land games I tried. This time it's a 4v1 co-op based affair. One player on the gamepad controls Mario, who gets a running head start scampering around an arena, while the 4 Toad players with Wiimotes have to chase him around and tackle him down to win before the time runs out. Winning as a Toad team member relies on teamwork and constant communication about where Mario is and which direction he's headed in. Get a good dynamic going with your team and you can set up clever ambushes and herd Mario to his doom. Again, very, very simple gameplay, but very addictive all the same, and surprisingly exciting if players are pretty evenly matched and play with a bit of strategy. Luigi's Ghost Mansion is similar, but for me not as exciting, and Animal Crossing's Sweet Day 2 puts a few twists on the general concept here, but the Wiimote players this time are on the defensive, which alters the dynamic and strategies quite a bit. And all 3 of these rely really heavily on chatter and communication with your friends. You're not just a group of people sitting on a couch staring at the TV with game controllers button mashing till the screen says someone wins. This experience is highly interactive on both sides of the TV screen. Families will love it, little kids will love it, and us grown-ups are going to have a blast with a table full of adult beverages and an evening of Mario, Metroid and Link hijinks. And yes, let's face facts here, this is a pack of minigames made pretty much just to show off the new tricks the Wii U can do. But it's far, far better than the Wii Sports Disc that came with the original Wii. It's more fun, more polished, more exciting and more inclusive of larger groups. It's way more fun in every way possible. On the less bright, colourful and cheery grown-up and gloomy side of town, there was of course WiiU, which I continue to be indifferent towards. I'm told it's a superb game, and it was constantly surrounded with eager players all night long. But I'm so burned out on all things zombie these days that I just can't find any motivation or enthusiasm for it. It's me, it's not you, WiiU. I hope we can still be friends. Next up I tried Assassin's Creed 3, which as far as I could see looked and played exactly like it's supposed to. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the sneaking around stealth gameplay mechanics thing. I'm a run and gun big bang mayhem kind of dude. That's just how I roll, so I didn't spend long on Assassin's Creed 3, but I could find no immediate fault with the control or general mechanics of its trip over to the Wii U. I'm sorry if you're a hardcore fan of the series, no need to get pissy at me because I passed it by so quick. It's okay for people to have different preferences for how they spend their time playing video games, you know? Okay. Then there's Darksiders 2, another visitor from multi-platform town. I've got this on the 360, and while I didn't love it, I'm pretty familiar with how it should look and feel, and admittedly it's hard to say for sure without a full-on side-by-side comparison, but I'm pretty confident in saying it looks all but indistinguishable from the existing copies on other systems. And in fact, I'd say the Wii U is the place to own it if you don't already, because the Wii U does something that the other guys can't, and it actually makes a huge difference in how fluidly the gameplay rolls. That second screen on the gamepad. Your inventory lives there. You can equip, sort, and otherwise manage all this crap at a glance and a poke and a swipe. The Wii U makes this kind of in-game inventory management so much nicer than having to halt your game, bring up your menus, dig through the sub-menus, step through pages of items, use the thumbstick to navigate to the item, and then finally use the damn thing. Instead, the Wii U makes this kind of mechanic fluid, natural, intuitive, easy, and much, much faster, which means you spend less time buggering about with your sub-menus of buried boots and potions, and more time brutally wailing on monsters and swinging about on the scenery like some kind of roid rage gorilla on crystal meth. And that's pretty much the point of the game, isn't it? Don't underestimate how much the Wii U's gamepad can actually make some types of games simply better to play. It's been a very, very long time since I've said this, but at least for a while, when it comes time to choose which system you're buying a multi-platform title for, it may just be that the Nintendo one will be the best choice. And that's a sentence that hasn't been uttered with credibility for an achingly long time. I don't know how long it'll last, but while it does, it feels pretty damn good to be able to say it and mean it after all this time. So now, with the launch so very, very close, it's time to ask you folks out there pulling the trigger on a Wii U on launch day, what are your launch day game choices? For me, I want Super Mario Bros. U, duh, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Nintendo Land of course. I also want to give the Transformers Prime game a bash. The tune is superb and the game looks like it might be a bit of alright. Time will tell. Thanks for watching, I am Blunty. I'll catch you next time.
Hello, it's me, Mario, and you're watching Blunty 3000. And I'm Wario, and Blunty's in a rotten mood. Like me. Have a rotten day.